So I had a segue all planned out when I was on the train, and it was going to be about this tater tot quiche that I saw on Tasty.
That's not a thing.
That's my gender.
And I completely forgot it.
Okay, tell me more about this tater tot quiche.
It was kind of a nightmare, but also I really, really, really want to eat it.
I hate it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Is it literally just well, that's called a cast. Nothing that has a base, a mattress of tater tots can be considered a quiche.
Well,
I'm imagining if it is a quiche, it's a bed of tater tots.
It's a bed.
It has to be.
And then just scrambled egg.
and
It was
egg.
like
and
it was
bacon.
like it was like a bed of tater tots,
Ew.
tater tots, and
That's
then
chilla.
it was like cheese on top of that, and
Sure.
then
Yeah, because-
ham, I think.
Oh, good.
And then they like did a bunch of scrambled eggs and bacon and shit, and then poured that on top of it. And then in the scrambled eggs and bacon, they put cucumbers and tomatoes
But
and
why?
like
That's- a
veggies. And I was
cucumber
like,
is-
that's too much.
Yeah, because you want to water down your egg. That's the point of the
Exactly.
cucumber. Yeah.
I never want to eat cucumber and egg together.
I know it's
That's
disgusting.
vile.
Tasty.
What
Tweet
kind
at
of
me.
British tasty bullshit were you watching?
I don't know. I watch literally every tasty video.
Do you like-
Yeah, I
because-
love the
Oh, well,
little
those are like
hands.
I like
Oh my
the
God, I
tasty
love
ones.
the
Peter doesn't like
hands.
them because he doesn't find them exciting. Like I like the tasty ones the way that I like ASMR. Well,
Oh, sure.
like sand being cut in half by a hot
Yes,
knife.
exactly.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
gentle, lull me to sleep. Tasty is not like an Olympic of.
No.
Tasty is boring
Yeah.
and mild.
I like tasty because all the recipes are just some variation of white bread, ham, and cheese.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, they're all.
absolutely
Yeah, they are
correct.
trash. They're.
It's all just. Do you have
Even
an
the
old
cakes.
package of deli ham?
Do you own
and
one pan?
Kraft slices. Guess what? You can make American French toast.
Do you guys like baking? The British baking shows?
Oh, I
'Cause
love that.
they're not. I
Too slow?
they're yeah. I need some nasty. I want somebody with fucked up teeth to fart and spit on another contestant, and then I want somebody to show up drunk in the hot tent.
Oh, sure.
Why is there air conditioning?
Why
What
can't
are they
we
doing
climate
this?
control the tent? This is
Doesn't make
psychotic.
any
the
sense.
fact that the tent is not climate controlled is a crime.
Welcome to
I agree.
the food cast.
Yeah. So this is
Bits over Broadway.
Bits Over Broadway.
And our guest, who you've already heard, Maddie Byrne.
our
Hi.
dear, 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 dear friend.
I feel like I'm not loud enough. Am I? Can you guys hear me
you're
fine?
I can
perfect.
hear you.
Okay.
I can't
Can you
hear
guys?
myself.
Can y'all hear me good?
Your ears are clogged because you're ill and it's your birthday.
Big
Big boobs.
Chop. Can y'all hear
Cut
me
all
good?
this out.
Okay. The Bits Over Broadway, our guest, who you've already heard, is Maddie Byrne.
Yes, our dear, dear, dear friend.
Yay, honk.
We love her. We
She's
love her so much.
here. And today we are talking about Bat Boy, the
Bat
musical.
Boy.
Hold me that boy.
Touch me back,
It's so
boy.
good.
Wow,
Oh,
it's
so good.
It's a real journey.
Oh,
It is a
Journey to the past, as they say in Anastasia.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? Isn't that the line?
Yeah, no, you're right.
I only
The
remember.
song is Journey to the Past.
You can't call out names.
I only remember Rasputin's Marxist bullshit. Did I just combine? I'm not here. I don't have a brain.
It's fine. Okay, let's just get into it.
You want to jump in?
Yeah, because we have a brunch reservation.
We
so
do.
We
need
have
to,
a
like,
hard
busy.
out.
We're on a tight
You guys are
schedule
really
today.
fucking up our day.
Our audience is finding like, God, finally these fuckers are on a time limit.
Yeah.
Mostly the audience in that case is a substitute for Mitch.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay.
All right, Connor, hit us with the facts and figs.
Facts and figs.
Thanks
So,
for being homework.
You're so welcome. I do most of the homework for this show.
Yeah,
and
I
I'm
heard.
happy to do it.
Attacked on my birthday in my own home.
I'm sorry. It is Meryl's birthday.
In
Wow.
mine
Can't
marriage
attack
bed.
it.
In my marital
couch. I'm so sorry. Okay. Bat Boy the Musical. Music and lyrics are written by Laurence O'Keefe with book by Keith Farley and Brian Fleming. The musical is based on the Weekly World News tabloid's cover story, Bat Boy, which was originally released in June 23rd, 1992, about a half-man, half-bat creature. That was it.
My dream.
Dream.
My dream is that all musicals are based on tabloid stories.
It's truly hilarious. Also, I've realized as I was doing the facts and figs for this that of the past like 10 or however many musicals we've recorded in the past like month, only one is not an adaptation of something.
We don't like originality.
We don't like original texts. The production history, it premiered in L.A. actually on Halloween 1997. It was like a one-night performance, and then several years later, they went to Off-Broadway from March 2001 to December 2001, and then they opened in the West End on September 2004 and closed January 2005, and that's it.
It bums me. It's so good.
I know. It's never been on Broadway.
Really, no,
and
it's
it
really,
sucks.
really thoughtful.
Well,
not at all, but
Bits over Off-Broadway.
Yeah, we're also really
wasn't
bits over
not
Off-Broadway.
Kelly Baker. What's her name? Katie
O'Hara?
Butler.
Oh, Katie Butler.
Kelly. She's
I don't
won.
know. She might have been.
She's won Tonys, and she was in the original cast, and then they got booed off stage.
Yeah.
Or
Well, it's very classic with Laurence O'Keefe. I mean, classic. He also wrote Heathers and Legally Blonde.
Oh.
And Heathers is like an amazing musical adaptation of a movie, and it like has never transferred to Broadway, no matter how much.
I can totally hear Heathers, and yes, that makes 1,000,000% sense.
I was
Thank you for
listening
connecting those dots for
to
me.
I was listening to it on the way to here, and I was like,
Oh, Heathers instead of the one that we're doing.
No,
no,
the one we're doing.
Bat Boy, and I was like, oh, this one song, like Comfort and Joy. I'm like, oh, this is Legally Blonde.
Yes,
Like fully 1,000%. It won Lucille Lortel Awards, 2 Richard Rodgers Awards, and some Outer Critics Circle Awards.
Well, you know what they say. Lucille Lortel Awards are the Tonys of Off-Broadway.
It's very true.
So,
I did.
that's
read that
literally what
somewhere.
they are.
Yeah, I know.
Thank you.
I'm just reminding the folks at home.
It's true. And then just a quick synopsis based on a June 23rd, 1992 World Weekly News story about a half-bat, half-boy creature.
World Weekly News, where I get all my news.
I believe that about you. Dubbed Bat Boy, the story follows Edgar, the name that he is given by his adopted family.
Oh my God.
Psycho, who
After-
wouldn't want to be called Bat Boy.
After he is discovered in a cave in West Virginia. The tale shows Edgar's attempts to live a quote-unquote normal life, the struggles he faces as he tries to fit in with the narrow-minded townsfolk, the jealousy of his adopted father, and his shocking origin story.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's like, yeah, the townspeople are like, whoa, what the hell? But then also reveal at the end of the
Yeah,
show.
the whole-
It's like,
Exactly.
yeah, deserve it.
Deservedly.
It's such a good story, and it's such a lazy ending.
Oh, it is.
It's such
It
a
really
chaotic,
is.
fucked, lazy ending.
It was.
It kind of like hits you out of nowhere, and like they don't like explain any of it.
It's like they were like, you know what would make a good musical? This picture of a Bat Boy.
I
from
would
a
write it.
Tabloid.
Yeah.
And then they were like, wow, a beautiful love story. We're teaching him to talk. Da 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 da. And then at the end, they're like, ooh, we didn't actually say how he came to be. Let me just do
Everything.
a quick brain dump, and then they forgot to edit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And like there's
No bad ideas, everything on the page.
So I guess like we can just like drop the whole fucking thing because
Oh,
gonna get
yeah.
into it.
Yeah, let's start from the end. Why not?
So like I mean, we
this
find out
story
that
has everything.
we find out that Bat Boy, the mother of the veterinarian in town, or the mother and the veterinarian,
Dr.
that
Parker, evil vet.
yes, that adopt him when they find him in a cave, are actually his real parents.
Yes.
Because sort of because when they were young, allegedly
He spilled pheromones on her, then he raped her.
and then he raped her,
And
and
then
then she
bats
ran
also
away, and
raped
then
her.
bats also raped her.
Now I need to know more about that.
We should back way the fuck
Yeah.
back to the beginning now.
Yeah.
Wait, full disclosure,
Go for
none
it.
of us have ever seen this.
No.
There are several angles of the same off-Broadway bootleg on
Okay.
YouTube
Oh, sure.
that are all impossible to watch. Seizure-inducing, painful. But you're not missing much. If you listen to the cast recording,
Right.
there's very little dialogue in between each song.
Yeah,
It's
so
an
you
opera,
really-
essentially.
You really don't. I was going to say you really don't get much of the story from the recording, which is interesting because
Oh, really?
I don't know, maybe
Speak
because
on
it was
that.
like the first. Maybe,
Oh,
We're wrong.
Maybe it
No.
was just because it was like the first time I'd ever really like listened to it.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck is happening?
Oh, yeah. Okay, that's fair.
Hold me.
You
Bat
can't
Boy.
see set pieces moving
Right.
in your ears. Yes, that makes
Right.
sense.
I don't
Wow.
know.
I'm
Well,
undressed.
Maddie's now having the realization that I have every week, which is that musical theater is meant to also be seen.
Yes.
Musical theater is a
I'm like, it's
visual
crazy
medium.
because I'm listening to this cast recording and it's like I'm missing a lot. And I was like, yeah, famously, musical theater is meant to also be.
Yeah, I
It's
didn't.
a
I
visual
was
medium.
shocked to find out Cats is about the KKK.
It's the hoods
They're all
do
wearing-
not come through on the recording. It's crazy. it's undertones of white supremacy. It's
Undertones.
tough.
This whole musical is about racism.
Mm-hmm.
This one?
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
It's a
this
big
one.
allegory
Absolutely.
for racism.
Yeah, except
yes.
that at the end they're like, but also
but rape.
he's different, but he's different because he had a horrible
Horrible
start to
origin
life,
story.
and also he slept with his sister,
Yeah, there is
and
incest.
also
Yeah.
he married a sister, and also his dad doesn't love it.
It gets messy.
It's horrible.
It's just like you said, the ending is so fucking wild because like none of this is set up at the beginning of the show. I feel
no, it isn't.
It's not.
like
No.
literally it's not at all. They just do all these like
Yeah,
big
there's no-
story moments at the very end and then he dies.
There could have been an opportunity for Mom Parker
Mhm.
in her gentle I'm taking you in, I'm building a home for you. In that moment, there could have been an aside to the audience. Oh my, I never thought I'd see him again.
Right.
Anything
Yeah.
would have
Literally once.
Just
give me a breadcrumb. I will nom
I did
Shovel
love
knob.
the song where she's teaching him to speak.
Oh,
because it's
Meryl.
just I was like,
It's
oh,
so
this is just
good.
how our friend group talks to each
yeah,
other.
it's true.
Which is just, hello, how are you? Oh,
But nothing. I know that you listened to this and thought, of course, because I don't love anything more than a person who should not have a fancy accent having one. I love context where it shouldn't be. Oh my god,
It's so good.
it's so cute.
I love it.
It's so cute.
Just-
That song is so charming. It's just so
A-
charming.
Like what
But a
is
cat.
happening? Cat? Cat?
Ba-ba-ba-ba-boo.
Oh yeah, so Batboy can't. Yeah, so he doesn't know how to speak English, and
Yeah.
very
'cause
quickly over
he's
the
half
course of
bat.
Because he's Nell from the movie Nell.
Because he's a bat.
he a bat.
Famously, bats don't know how to speak, but they do know how to rape.
That's apparently true, according to this
And
musical.
he drinks blood, which I just want to point out and speak up on behalf of the bats that most bats don't drink blood, or
No one did their homework writing
it's
this.
just like,
Yeah.
come on,
Just like us not
can
doing
the
our homework
bats
to
not
do
be-
this episode.
No, we're
Can
perfectly
the bats not
qualified to
be
do the show
crucified
now
for
that we're
this?
talking
we
about
are.
it.
We are.
And the only other line I wrote down for notes was, I think it's in A 3-Bedroom House or the song right before
oh,
it,
so good.
where someone says plastic surgery and wigs, and
Yes.
someone says for who, and she said for all of us.
Yes.
And I was like, that is I'm running for president 2020, and my campaign slogan is plastic surgery and wigs for all of us.
I'd vote for that.
What are your favorite
yeah.
songs?
Oh my god, I really like the I love A 3-Bedroom House.
Yeah, it's
I was listening
great.
to it as I was coming here, or like when I was getting my coffee, and it's so good. And I just
Sad.
love that the mom, as she is singing the song, like slowly becomes more unhinged.
Yes.
A 3-bedroom house.
A 3-bedroom house, and it's gonna be in a bunker, and we're gonna have a dog, and I'll get a gun, and we have wigs, and I'm like, I'm obsessed with this woman.
I love it. Also, that is the time, if you know Batboy is your son, I know she's like gently discouraging
Right.
Shelley. That's the time to if your daughter is expressing romantic feelings for her half sibling,
Exactly.
that is the time to go, look.
Well, she does by
Honey.
going,
And then Shelley misinterprets it as her being, oh, you're
disgusted
racist
by
just
Edgar.
like
Yeah,
everyone
exactly.
else.
This is Spring Awakening all over again.
truly
Just tell
is.
your kids when they have
how to fuck the bats.
This is reminiscent of my favorite order of Law and Order SVU that's ever aired.
Oh my god. tell
Where
it.
some girl dies and then it comes out,
Classic.
spoiler alert, at the end of the episode that she was sleeping with her half brother because her dad had a secret family.
But
Oh my god.
And
That's
they're
good.
like, guess what? Molly was your sister. And he's like, what? Ugh. And then he vomits and it's the end. And it's like, produced by Dick Wolf.
oh,
No.
what a good button.
I love
Oh,
to
that's
go
such a
out
good
on a
button.
gag.
do you have any favorite songs, Meryl?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry, Merrill
probably-
Kaye. We're on a podcast.
No,
I have
it's
to be-
fine. Doesn't matter.
legal.
I did like 3-bedroom house, and I liked the I can't remember what it's called, but the one where Edgar is like pleading with the townspeople.
Let me walk.
Oh,
He's
among
like,
you.
let me
walk
do
among
all the
you."
chores for you.
I'm a CPA. I'm like,
I
Yes.
did.
You're so
I
funny.
screamed at the line, I'm a CPA, because incredible.
He's cute. I want to date him or adopt him.
He's
Of
so
course you
cute.
do. But
He's
guess
so-
what?
I know.
He's your half bat brother.
Fuck. Do you know how badly I wanted to be Shelley when I saw?
Oh, of
I
course.
heard this. I heard this musical for the first time. I want to say junior or senior year in high school because the regional the regional premiere, like one of the first regional premieres of this was in St. Louis.
Oh, St. Louis, yeah,
At
I
New
read
Line
that.
Theater, where Todd Schaefer, who was our technical director, played Batboy in the regional premiere in St. Louis. And
What?
was, yes. And so we all, worshipped him because you're a gay man working in the world. And you have a husband?
Same.
Me.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so like this show, so that production premiered before we knew him really, but he would talk about it and he exposed us to this musical. And I wanted to be Shelley more than anything.
More than life.
More than the moon. More than the festival.
The festival?
Oh my God, I wanted to be Shelley so bad.
We can't do this. We cannot do this every episode.
God damn. But this, okay, so we were going to do Urinetown, but we decided not to. But
Right.
the similarities between this and Urinetown that I love,
yeah.
that I think I thought I hated, but I actually like it. Having like an 8-person cast and half of the cast playing 17 different parts each.
Yes.
I like that. That's
Yeah.
fun.
It's very good.
Talk about how fun it is.
It's fun and I hate it.
Yeah, you hate it. You don't like somebody having giving a monologue and then putting a wig on
No,
and
I
turning
don't
around
like
and going,
Oh my God,
and I
no,
concur.
That's
I-
the sketch
That's your
writer in
nightmare.
me. I
I
fucking love that
simply
bullshit.
cannot because you have a Broadway budget. Just
Hire another body.
more people.
Yeah, I
Just
get that.
hire people.
Well, this is famously an off-Broadway budget. So.
Okay, well, hire more people.
I think I fall on like both sides of the argument because on one end I think it's the funniest fucking thing because it's like you have to believe that this person that you've been following for the entire time is now another person. That doesn't make sense.
Is it
My
played
brain
for
is breaking.
comedy?
What?
Is it played for comedy in the
Yes.
show?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that the townspeople, the chorus is like they're all a mess.
If the chorus is
They're cartoon.
interchangeable, I don't mind. I don't like when
When
main characters
do it?
are doing other
Yeah.
people.
The problem because when that gets into the problem is that you have them singing different parts or like different characters and you can't tell who is singing and
Yeah.
Yes.
which character it is.
That's why. It's because I'm a cranky old man.
Does Dr. Parker play Pan in The Wedding as well? Because
No, I
their
think that's-
voices sounded
no,
very
I think
similar.
that Pan is the horny boyfriend. I think.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that makes sense.
And is that supposed to mean something artistically?
Fuck. You decide. Tell me.
Interpret the
That's
show
what
for
I don't
us.
like. I don't like when people are like, "Look, it represents two sides."
Yeah,
Right,
that's-
right.
It's two things.
I was just thinking that when you were saying you hate when leads are.
Symbolism.
Yeah, I like not necessarily like Hamilton doesn't really do that, but like
Right.
kind of, sort of.
Tell us how you could have written Hamilton better.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying I don't like.
Lin-Manuel Miranda is
I know,
funded
I'm
by the
fucking with
CIA.
He's a menace to society. I just don't like when that happens and I'm supposed to be like incredibly impressed with how
Yeah.
you're demonstrating your
You did it.
artistic. I don't
Meryl
care.
just had a full seizure.
Oh my god, I don't care. Anyway, that's enough about me, and the play that I write will win no awards and will never be seen.
Speaking of symbolism, I've noticed that in the music, there's like a ton of call and response.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I was like, ooh, they're like talking about like groupthink and the idea of like Dr. Parker is telling them one thing,
Power
so
of
then
suggestion.
it's all the power of suggestion. And I was like, that's a really smart idea to
Yeah.
like bring that about.
Mhm.
So that's just my.
And we love a mob song.
We
We
love
love a mob song. So
Oh, yeah,
I was
that's
very
really
excited
good.
to get a mob song out of
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, it was really good.
And now Dr. Parker is bad.
Oh yeah,
He a bad boy.
Obviously.
100%.
He's bad all around.
He's never likable at any
but
point.
why? But he is married to Meredith. Yes,
Yes.
the mom.
Yes.
Okay, and
They-
she's just like, we're together for the children, but they won't respect you, and neither will I.
That's,
Yes, we
that's
are-
correct.
We are roommates. Yes.
We're roommates.
Mm,
All
And they
right.
were roommates.
but they
Okay.
were roommates.
Sorry, I read through the Wikipedia this morning, and we picked this musical 3 days ago.
That
Yeah.
is correct.
No, it's fine. So
Maddie's
yes.
No,
been
we're getting-
traveling.
We're
So
getting through
It's been a whole
We're
thing.
fine.
So I'd only ever gotten. Also, I was trying to do this between working, and so I'd only ever gotten through Act 1, just reading.
Oh, sure.
I couldn't. I kept reading the same thing over
You're
and
fine.
over and over again, and then finally today I was like, okay, I have to finish the synopsis
I have to finish
of this
these last
thing
two
before
sentences.
I have to do my presentation. And then I got to the end of Act 2, and I was like,
What the fuck?
What is happening?
Yeah.
It's so fucking weird.
So-
the
so-
end is so weird.
So Mr. and Mrs.
Dr.
Dr.
Parker.
Parker
Mr. and Mrs. Dr. Parker.
Junior.
are married but not in love.
Right.
Dr. Parker desperately wants to woo his wife
Yeah.
and win her back.
Well, he's like, my bad for raping you that one time,
Yeah.
and also letting all the bats rape you too.
Yes.
That's the thing, is that like that song that they have in the first act is like, it's you can kind of tell that there's tension between the two of them, because he's like, we haven't danced in forever, and you haven't been a wife in so long, and you're like, you don't know what it is, and there's no explanation for like where this tension comes from until the very end of the show, and it's like,
You know, the
you
way
need to
that
do
it's-
better, because it's like, I hate to bring up the fun home of it all, but like there, you know the tension there, you see that tension created. It works on a better level
That's
as
a
opposed to
great-
like the two of them just constantly butting heads and you don't know what is happening.
No, that's an awesome show to compare it to or contrast it with.
Mm-hmm.
I was just thinking, like, if you watch even a blip of like one of the off-Broadway bootlegs,
Yeah.
the way it's staged is very not cartoonish, but like dramatic and like pow,
Tabloid.
bam,
Yeah.
tabloidy, comic booky. So
Ooh, I
it
love
would
that.
lend itself to. We could have an aside where they swirl around and all of a
Caption.
sudden throw on one of the wigs and be it 10 years ago.
We need
I don't
more
know.
wigs.
Yeah.
Wigs for us all.
I love that. Wigs for us all.
Plastic surgery and wigs for us all. I loved it. I
Very
laughed
funny.
so hard at
It's
that
very
line.
funny. And I did read that in the Wikipedia that they like really with the stage production, they really play up like the irony and the drama,
Yeah.
like, or like the melodrama of it all.
Yeah, I guess that's what I couldn't tell from the recording.
It's funny.
Is it supposed to be
It's
played
Yeah.
for comedy?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be really high drama, mellow, like soap opera.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And they talk about like how it's like they play around with the horror of it all as well, because
I mean,
he
it's
is like
deeply
eating
gross.
blood and
Right.
being disgusting.
The
A
only show
monster.
to end with Act 1 with a rabbit in their mouth, etc.
Mm.
I just want to
I'm
know
surprised
why
that
he has to
Sasha
eat blood.
Velour hasn't
Been
played this
Bad Boy.
role.
Who hasn't?
Sasha Velour.
Oh my
Drag
God.
queen.
She does.
I was about to say,
Like
she does, like,
vampire
exactly.
Bat
Yeah.
Boy drag.
It is a like very Child of Nosferatu
Yeah.
situation. Now, does the Bat Boy have makeup to make him look like the Bat Boy, or is this another Violet Elephant Man situation where I'm just supposed to use my imagination?
No, he looks just like Sasha Velour, but with the bat ears.
Yes. Yeah.
And with crazy like, remember childhood? Remember that? In
Yeah.
the fake the vampire teeth.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
the
Yeah,
fake
the Dracula
vampire
teeth. So
teeth.
he's got it's just like the front top ones.
Yeah.
And they are like stalactites.
Yes.
They're
Yeah.
creepy. I don't know
Like
how
the
he's
picture from the tabloid.
Yes,
Yeah,
but I don't know
yeah.
how he sings with them. It stresses me out.
Yeah.
I like to
don't
imagine
get
he
that
just
either.
has the vampire teeth from childhood that he just pops it, the little plastic, and he has to learn how to sing with those horrible
With those
Freddie Mercury
horrible,
prosthetics.
horrible-
He has a fun
teeth.
cage he hangs out in the first act, and it's like built so that he can climb around and swing from the
Yes.
from
Oh,
the
that's
ceiling.
cool.
And I want to play inside of it.
God, do actors
Oh,
love
that
anything
sounds-
more than being able to just physically
I'm an
assault
animal.
their stage, their set?
I want nothing more than to climb on scaffolding.
Oh God damn
Yeah.
it! Go back to fucking Mizzou.
We
Oh.
can't. It's
I love John
unaccredited.
Dortina. I don't know why I'm.
Yeah. So
Remember when we used the same set for 19 different
For
shows?
literally
and
19 different
justified
shows.
it. Well, this post-apocalyptic universe is perfect for anything goes.
Absolutely correct.
Please tap dance on this scaffolding?
Oh, you mean you don't want two towers built or
Why did
like
we have
connected
to
by a
strike
bridge?
them? Truly,
Why did we have to strike them?
Why? Yeah.
Oh, because that's our job. We're actors, and actors have to strike.
Oh, they had
That
to
is
punish
correct.
us for making them watch us.
Yeah, exactly. It was the shop's way of punishing us.
That's Dean's way of
doing,
punishing you for
for
existing.
doing post-apocalyptic Hamlet.
Oh my God,
Whatever.
I regret it.
No, you can't regret it.
You can't regret it because then you never would have met us.
Yeah, you're right. Oh,
That's true. That's
we would have been drunk somewhere together.
That's absolutely
I
correct.
assume. Weren't we always?
Yeah.
Okay, so favorite songs.
Maddie, what are some of your favorite songs?
yeah.
Okay, so I really loved oh my God, the one that's like they're talking about how they're gonna fuck in front of him and
Yeah.
he gets into a fight with the boyfriend. Love that one. 3-bedroom house, big fan, but Yeah, those two. Those are the ones.
Yeah.
3-Bedroom House is great. I can't remember the Meredith, the actress's name, but she reminds me of Nancy Opal vocally.
Who dat?
You're in town.
Oh, okay.
Pennywise or yeah.
Pennywise.
Yeah.
The clown is
Yeah.
in.
No, Penelope Pennywise is her name.
I didn't realize that all the like bad kids with speaking lines are all related.
Yeah, they're all brothers and
It's
sisters.
just a family of bullies.
Yeah, basically.
Can I tell you, I have to go back to songs for a second. One of my least favorite songs until today, when I was bopping through one of the recordings, Children is terrible. And like, well, it's not, it's just boring and out of place. It's like, are we in Godspell? But when you watch it, it's literally like the satyr has gathered all of his animal friends to welcome Batboy and Shelley into the forest where they've run away to make love. And it's literally just the entire cast has stuffed animals that are all fucking. It's like an Avenue Q.
I love that.
Yes, so it's so much funnier. It's such a better song than I thought.
Oh my God.
Yes, it's amazing.
That's great.
It's well, they're like squirrels are sucking and fucking. It's crazy.
I love it when squirrels do that.
Famously, Broadway needs more squirrels sucking and fucking.
I've been saying that for years.
Definitely. Also, I mean, it's talk about a fucking bop of an opening number.
Yeah.
Oh yes, duh.
Hold me, Batboy. Touch me, Batboy.
I think that might be my favorite.
I
so
do
good.
like the. I really do like the music in it. It's very fun. It's feels very musical theater.
Yeah. Laurence O'Keefe, he just really knows like how to do kind of like the poppy rocky, but not too much that it's annoying.
Yeah, it doesn't feel forced pop.
Exactly.
It feels like it has a good home in musical theater.
Yes.
Absolutely. And like I said, or like we said earlier, you really can hear Heathers and Legally Blonde like throughout the show.
So I guess I didn't realize Legally Blonde was not a success. I feel like it's so
well,
beloved.
because it had its own MTV competition. Well, because
it
they
was
like,
amazing.
Oh my God, I loved Legally Blonde. The search for the next Elwoods,
Search
but
for
also
the Next Elwoods.
MTV
But they also,
like owned the show and like aired it like the full production for the world to see.
You can just like watch it.
Oh,
yeah, but so it wasn't successful. That's what we're confused about.
I mean, I think it is. Famously, Ben Brantley, my fucking nemesis, he hated the show.
he'll be on next week.
He will be on next week, and that's where I'm gonna punch him. And he hated the show. I don't know. Like critically, I don't think it was a success. I don't think it was a flop, like in terms of like money or anything like that. I just think some people didn't like it because they were like, "Oh, it's like too."
It's a movie.
Yeah, it's a movie.
This was
like,
famously before we did these things.
Yeah.
Didn't
Absolutely.
Christian Borle cheat on Sutton Foster with
Maybe.
Elwoods?
Yeah, I think so.
Laura Bell Bundy?
Laura Bell Bundy.
Laura Bell Bundy. Let me check. I don't.
Well, we gotta Google.
Yeah,
a quick
we gotta
Google.
Google.
Yeah, I thought
Talks amongst yourselves while
the townspeople were fun. I would definitely like to see it staged, and not just a
Well, it's
terrible
dead to the
bootleg.
world, unfortunately.
Do you think it has a future?
I think that colleges should be doing it. Or
Oh, absolutely.
not en masse, but I think it's perfect. It's perfect. It's low budget. It's perfect for it's a mostly young cast. I don't see why. Is there a dog?
I can't tell if it's a
It's
dog
the
or a
bird.
siren. I love living in New York City. Is that a dog or a siren? What was I had another thought and I didn't write it down.
No, I'm trying to think of thoughts too.
I love to think of thoughts. It's a dog.
It's a dog.
Confirmed dog.
Connor's looking through his notes.
This is I'm looking at the Legally Blonde Wikipedia.
Do we want
We're
to talk
doing a
about another
different
musical?
We can talk about another musical.
We just make this what's his name, O'Keefe episode.
Yeah, Laurence O'Keefe.
Basically. All it says is that it received mixed reviews. They cite Ben Brantley. He liked Laura Bell Bundy though, which was good because she's amazing. The West End production received mostly positive reviews.
Wait, Legally Blonde?
Yeah. Sorry. But it also got like some negative press, but it doesn't say anything about it being like a flop or anything like that.
How long did it run? I'm
That's
sorry,
what
did
I
you
was
just say
thinking.
that?
I don't know.
I thought it had like a short run. I don't know.
It was
why.
nominated for Tonys.
All right, so I'm a stupid dumb idiot. Once again, we've learned the lesson that I'm a stupid dumb idiot who doesn't know anything about musical theater.
Oh my God, have you guys seen the supercut of like every high school productions?
Oh yeah,
so much better.
it's my
It
favorite.
is pain.
It's my favorite.
Can you edit in
ever.
at the end of this episode?
Hear that, Mitch?
The 12,
Listen.
just like 14-year-olds going, much better. Oh my God, it's pain.
I hate it.
Oh, it's so good.
It's so bad.
But yeah, no, I feel like Laurence O'Keefe, he like really knows what he's doing when it comes to putting pop rock music on Broadway.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Do
we want to talk about the racism of it all?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's get into the nitty gritty.
Yeah.
So
Wait, first, let's take a break.
Oh yeah. You
And
wanna take a
then
break?
we'll come back in Act 2 and we'll talk about racism.
Great.
Yeah.
Mitch doesn't believe in dead air.
What was that sexy,
So-
sexy drum music?
He's now decided
More
that
than
all of our
Mm.
intermission / act breaks will be that sexy music.
That was like
I was like, you can just leave 3 seconds of just nothing. And he's like,
that was the
I don't like
most
that.
sex I've had in like 3 months.
sometime.
Just saying.
Ooh, a sexy hi-hat.
Mm,
Anyway, Maddie, you were saying Comfort and Joy.
Oh, I love. Yeah, I don't know why I forgot about Comfort and Joy. It's such a good song.
It's so
such a
good.
good. Like this is a show that I would be.
Little late now.
Let's do it. And Merrill Kaye's mother, Angel, Amanda Aarons, is calling her to wish her a happy birthday. Earlier, Merrill was truly panicking that she might be dead because she hadn't called her the second she cracked her eyes open.
Okay, she always calls me early on my birthday, and it was like 9 o'clock and she hadn't called yet. I was getting stressed.
Every year you
What
age,
if-
they care less.
What if
true.
she forgot that she gave birth to me?
I think that your nethers tingle after you. I think last year my mom called me and said I remember. We remember.
We remember
You slid out,
how you loved us.
I think that she says happy birthday to herself because she made me.
I did it. I did this.
This is my
And that would be
doing.
deserved. I do think that parents should give themselves spa
Yeah, I did
days on their
nothing-
children's birthdays.
Yeah, I did
Absolutely.
nothing to get here.
No, I required a lot of tools to get out into the world.
Did you?
Yeah.
Were you a C-section or a,
No forceps.
Oh, that's why your head's all fucked up.
Yeah, exactly. I had football head. I was like, no, I don't want to come out into the cruel world. And I stand by that. Anyway,
Wow.
Comfort and Joy.
This is amazing podcast
Comfort and
content.
Joy. No, Comfort and Joy makes me. No, Comfort and Joy is a song that. This sounds terrible, but it's a song that I'm like, I'd be fine with being in the chorus and in the ensemble in this
Yes,
show.
absolutely.
I would accept a choral
Because you can
role.
like say, like they are living.
Oh my God, I
they are
love it.
getting it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
You guys want to talk about racism?
Yeah.
Yeah, we should talk about racism.
Racial allegories.
This show is really hard to listen to in 2019, surprisingly.
I'm finding that happens to be the case with a lot of our musicals.
Just a little bit.
It's just a taut.
It's hard to escape from the terrible
reality that we
yes.
live
The
in?
terrible, terrible world.
The terrible
that
is what it's called.
Happening around
With a capital
us
T.
at all times.
Let's get that in history books and make a mint on it. We are coining the time. This time in history is now called the terrible.
The terrible. Not to be confused with the Troubles.
No, that's
When was those? When?
Those were the 80s in Northern Ireland.
The
the
trouble.
island.
Because it sounded Irish. I was
Yeah.
gonna say
Yeah.
it sounds like it
well,
sounds
not
like
the eight. It was
an
like the
ill-
60s to the 90s.
Yeah. It was a very long time.
You know, when
period.
all the bombings, etc.
Yeah, the IRA.
what an
and-
Irish way to say everything is falling apart.
Yeah, basically.
That's
well,
when
you
I-
know, it's the Troubles.
It's when I have to take a bath for my agonies. Just all my maladies combined into one. I just have to take a long shower for my agonies.
For my agonies.
Okay, let's talk about racism and Bat Boy.
Nobody will shake his hand. Well, they do eventually, but
Yeah, after
I
he
just
tells them
love
he has a
them.
degree to do their taxes.
Yeah. He's not a human. He's not a human being. He's not worthy of their time or attention until
Everyone's
he
scared
like,
of him
is.
until he's useful
Well,
to
his
them.
Useful
teeth
to
are
them.
very sharp, so
But he has a fancy. British accent.
Yeah, and by that logic,
he's good.
is good.
Man is good.
Man is good.
But they're also suffering from propaganda by
Dr. Parker.
Dr.
Parker.
Parker,
Yes.
evil vet,
Yeah.
who is
R.I.P..
like, guess what? He drinks blood, but I'm not going to tell you that I'm the one giving him the blood to drink.
Also, Dr. Parker is going around town killing the
Like,
cows,
yeah,
killing the people, like
killing-
giving lethal injections,
Mhm.
and then
Yeah.
finding ways to pin
So
it on Edgar.
Dr. Parker is the one killing the cows.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And is that for Edgar, or he is just doing it so that
No, they're-
people will kill Edgar?
They're doing it. He's doing it so that people will kill Edgar, get Edgar out of his house and his life, so he can have his wife back.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. Okay. Because
He's a
she
piece of
sleeps
shit.
with him once.
Yeah.
She's
it's-
like, "Don't kill him. I'll sleep with you." And he's
Yes.
like, "Well, we're in love, baby."
and he's just like being able to use the townsfolk's fear in order to
Fear of other.
fear of other, us versus them.
Yeah.
He's scapegoating Edgar, even though he's the bad guy. It's capitalism, baby. We're here.
This is capitalism.
This is
Bad
capitalism.
boy is capitalism. Yes, and then at the end, when all is revealed, Edgar runs away. Edgar dies. Everyone gets stabbed. This is
Everyone
Hamlet.
dies.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But it's like it's
Everyone
so.
dies.
I mean, it is literally messy, but it's also like I can't keep track of how
Who
and
and
why
how, yeah.
everybody. But it's a bloodbath, and the end.
Yeah.
And the
Shelley-
townspeople are like,
Shelley lives.
"This is why we don't let in half-bat bastards."
Yeah, basically.
The lesson we learned here was, when bats come a-calling, you kill the offspring.
That's absolutely correct. That's the lesson we should be taking away from Bat Boy.
I also like that they're looking in the slaughterhouse for him, for the Bat Boy.
Yeah, this poor fucking family, man.
They're
they just
like-
get fucking ripped apart.
They're like, you know what? You know where a Bat Boy would be who needs blood? Slaughterhouse. Let's go. And so then they show up and they just hear a noise and they're like, fears confirmed, light this bitch up. And they burn
Aw.
down the slaughterhouse, killing Mrs. Taylor's remaining child. Now she
Because-
has no children.
because all of her other kids were the ones who were also bullying him.
Yeah.
they're the ones
And-
who found the Bat Boy.
Yeah, and they
Ruthie, Rick, Ron.
and Dr. Parker kills two of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I think because he kills Rick and he kills Ruthie.
Wait, why does he kill Rick?
to
Because Rick is Shelley's boyfriend.
Right. And
What did
he's
Rick
like,
do? Yeah.
he's like the hot psychopath. That
Yes.
He's
yeah,
like,
essentially.
I'm gonna fucking kill this.
Doesn't
Bat
he-
Yeah,
Boy."
he's the white rapper.
Doesn't he
Yeah.
like kill him during the revival or something like that?
I think
And in order to like
Gives a lethal injection to
Ruthie.
and then is like, oh look, she died because of the bite or
Mhm.
something
Yeah.
like that.
and because I know he kills
It's hard
Rick.
without seeing it.
he gives Rick another lethal injection because he's like, we need to
Prove that
prove that Edgar is
contact with him is the
is the thing
is the issue.
is the issue.
Now here's my question: was this lethal injection just ketamine, or like I want to know what he's using to kill these people? Because he's a vet.
because you want some.
Yeah, he's a vet. Like, does he have human killing medicines?
Once again, here
What's
we
the
are.
difference between animal killing medicines and human killing
I,
medicines?
I couldn't
I
tell you.
I have a question.
I feel like pentobarbital will probably kill anything.
I thought that was truth serum.
True.
That's-
Oh, is
But-
that the truth serum?
I don't know.
I have-
I'm not a chemist.
Wait, Connor, because you did your homework.
little
I have
bit,
a question. So, would you say, okay, anytime there is a gathering of the townspeople,
Yeah.
I feel like whatever song comes after that, I have no fucking idea what's going on. So, would you say
Yes.
that "Apology to a Cow" or the very, very, very end of the show is Edgar's "No Good Deed"?
Yes, I literally wrote
Which-
down in my notebook.
Really?
Apology to a cow is
Oh, so
Edgar's
good.
no good deed moment.
Yes, yes. You want a bat boy? I'll give you a
I'll
fucking
give you a
bat
fucking
boy.
bat boy.
I'll be the best goddamn bad boy. you've
Okay,
ever
so
seen.
it's apology to a cow. Cool.
Yeah,
I was
it is
like,
Apology
at what
to a
point?
Cow.
Okay, so great.
Confirmed.
Yeah, because he's like that's like after Shelley. That's like after he and Shelley like hook up, and then
Oh.
they find out that they're brother and sister, and then he runs away and he like slaughters a cow and drinks its blood. And
Oh,
he's
I
like,
thought it was before.
Oh, is that before?
Yeah, that's like end of Act 1 and he and Shelley.
No. Apology to the cow is the end of Act 2.
Oh, then you're right.
yeah,
I'm
because it's
insane.
like it like falls like perfectly where like no good deed falls in
Yes.
Wicked.
That's
Oh.
funny.
And when I literally wrote that down, that's hilarious. Yeah, no, and he's like, they think I'm a monster, I'll give them a monster. It's very much him, like it's his lean in moment, if you will.
I do love a lean-in moment.
He's like my ideal body type from college, which is Marfanny,
Yeah.
human mantis, mutant,
With giant,
literally sucking your
Giant
blood.
head.
giant ears, big ass bat ears.
Give you a fucked up sternum, baby.
I love just a slight
Fucked up
cave
sternum.
in.
He's just so sinewy.
Yeah.
Ugh.
He didn't drink enough vitamin D milk, so
He didn't
his
have
bones are
vitamin
weak.
D.
I heard that if
milk.
you drink in middle school, I desperately wanted boobs, and I didn't really get them until senior year of high school, maybe even college. I like would
Brag.
wear brag. I would wear a strapless bra under a regular bra
Yeah, two
throughout high
bras.
school,
Everyone.
and I would be afraid to hug people because I thought, oh my god, my tits are
This is
rocks.
a thing.
Two bra, yes.
Okay, that
Anyone
makes me feel better.
who didn't have like C cup boobs, I think, did two bras.
Well, my point is,
it just
I
lifts.
I heard that if you drank vitamin D milk, it would give you boobs. So I drank a lot of vitamin D
Psycho
milk.
just chugging
seventh
glasses
grade.
of milk.
I hated
waiting
it.
for
I hated
tits.
it. I wanted. Did you know another boob? I don't know if you ever knew this. So where I grew up in Webster, there was a cute little there's a lot of cute boutiques. It's cute. Webster is cute, and there is a lot of drug use
And there's
there.
chili there.
And chili, heroin and chili. That is what we are known
Webster Mo.
for. The statesman. Anyway, so yeah, we'll baton you to death. No, so there was this little jewelry shop called Ladybugs or
Sure.
something adorable.
Okay.
And I would
love
go
that.
there and I would make jewelry because that was one of my
'Cause you're a
things that I
psycho.
did instead of have friends. So I would make earrings.
The
and I
thing
would,
about being ugly as a child is that you have to
Develop a
terrible
personality.
hobbies.
oh, what did I do? Oh my God. Well, I wanted to be Emerald for a second.
Yeah, sure, we all did.
I liked oil painting.
Okay, tell us about the
I
jewelry.
made
Sorry.
earrings to give to popular girls to make them like me, and they went,
it work?
"Who are you?"
I'm gonna
So
spit
no.
on the mic.
Anyway, so I would go to the jewelry store. I'd make my jewelry. I would bring home some beads. And they had these little baggies that were probably let's see,
Dime bags.
dime bags. Thank you. So I would take them home. I would go and make some jewelry for myself to be a star.
beautiful woman.
Yes. And then I would be getting, and I would always go the day of a mixer or the weekend before a mixer. And then I would fill the baggies with lotion because I thought, what feels like boobs? Bags of lotion. And then I would
You
put
did
them in my
not.
bra in case somebody, because I
Wanted to
thought
squeeze.
if I'm going to be grinding up on someone,
They'll certainly reach around
if
the
I'm
front.
if I'm going to be grinding up on someone, I don't want rock tits. I want lotion bag tits. Have you never heard this? No. Oh my god!
I'm dying. I think I'm literally dying.
Oh my god! I also really wanted a
I
period.
don't want rock
I wanted my
tits.
period.
I want lotion bag tits.
Look, you
We
know
need
what
that on a
feels like
t-shirt.
That's how you know you didn't have boobs. Because you're like, what do human boobs feel like? Bags
I
of
went
lotion.
Yes, and yeah, and then they leaked, and so that didn't work. Did I ever tell you how badly I wanted to get my period? I wanted to get my period so bad that I wore pads
Oh my god!
just to get used to. Well, this is being a woman is having a diaper on.
yeah, it is.
And then one day, I mean, this was in 4th grade when they came around
You
and they
were
still
like,
separated the
I
boys.
won't be able to. I won't be able to be accustomed to the feel of having something in my underwear.
I
need to be prepared.
I went mad because somebody raised her arm. And I saw she had a full bush of armpit hair and 4th grade, and I was like, I want pubes.
You are demented.
Anyway, so I wore a maxi pad, and then one day on the playground, I was like, "Fuck this!" I ripped it out from my pants.
Who was giving you the maxi
Wait, oh,
pad?
they
Was
they
this
came
in 4th
around-
grade?
Yes, they came around. So they came around classrooms and they taught you about period. They taught you about period, but they did it with the Disney video that's the woman might get tired. Avoid exercise and take a warm bath with chamomile.
Well, her ovum is falling out of her pussy.
Make sure to sit in your tent for 8 days on the moss. Yeah,
That is that is my dream. By
So-
the way,
yes.
I wish I could be
red tent yourself.
absconded from society for the duration of my period.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so they would come and show us these dumb, the terrible, outdated videos, and separate the boys from the girls. And if you laughed at the word anus or
Detention.
whatever, then
do
they would look at you,
remember
and go, "How dare!" And then
You You got immediate ISS.
But they passed out. Yes, ISS. That was my life. So they.
What?
Do you know that I think I almost failed 5th grade?
Yeah, Maddie, I've heard about how you don't know how to do math because you switched schools.
I got an
You can't do long division.
Yeah, I got an I in math in 5th grade, which is incomplete. But they let me go to college.
Despite having an I on your permanent record.
Yes.
Well, thank
Did
God.
you know that
Thank God
I
you
made
never had to do math in theater.
Famously.
I know we're trying to get back to Bad
No,
Boy.
we're not.
No.
We're fully
Okay, great.
doing this now.
Great. I have
living.
another. I think I'm
Wait,
in
so
therapy
you
right
just
now.
ripped the maxi pad
Oh, I
out
ripped
of
the
your
maxi
underwear?
pad out of
yeah.
my underwear and was like, fuck this, threw it on the playground, whatever. But I got the maxi pad because whoever came from classroom door to door to show us the terrible video also gave us little party bags with that really
worst favors
perfumey
ever.
deodorant
Yes.
that smells like
Old
learning
woman.
about your body.
Yeah.
We
and
got
then,
Old Spice.
Yeah, of course you did.
Oh, I wish I got Old Spice.
Honest to God, all men's sexual education is sponsored by Old Spice, and that's a
That's
fact.
absolutely correct.
Big Old Spice sponsors men's sexual health videos.
That's correct.
Anyway, Maddie, continue.
still
Oh no!
use Old
Continue
Spice
with
to
my
this
fucked up.
day.
Oh, it smells good.
It smells so good.
I have
your period.
because I wanted boobs. I don't know. I don't know. I was very interested in growing up. My mom threw me a party when I got my period. Did you know that?
That's insane. Mitch was asking me the other day, he's like, do you remember when you got your period first? And I was like, no, it just happened, and now it's like continued to happen despite my letter.
Oh no,
I
we
think
went to
were
Pasta
talking about
House.
that
We made a
during
night of
Spring
it.
Awakening.
I think you're right. I don't have any recollection of that, so.
Oh no, it was like celebrated. And I remember the night that I had been learning about it and I loved The Care and Keeping of You, which you know.
Shout out.
Shout out. That's another podcast. I don't know why I just stole that. Yeah, periods. I really wanted one. Care and Keeping of You. I remember one night my mom and I were sitting in the bathroom and she showed me a paper towel roll and put a tampon in it. And it was like, that's how that works. And then my stepdad Chris walked through the door with a pizza and went, "What are you girls up to?" And my mom went, "Nothing," and winked. And that was the cutest. And then I got a party and we went to Pasta House when I bled.
Okay, first of all, Pasta House, go
Can you rip
off.
mine off first?
I love Pasta House and I wish I was there now. I need to know more about the jewelry you made. I assume it was very wiry.
Yes, always. I had little pliers for twisting. I liked that.
I assume it was just very sharp earrings.
I liked turquoise rocks
You gross woman.
and silver. Does somebody else want to talk? What are we talking about?
No, now we have
We're
to
talking
get back
about
to
blood,
Bad
and
Boy.
now it's
Yeah, we were talking about blood, like him being in love with blood.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. Oh, so he just leaned into it because that's what people wanted from him.
Yeah, basically.
His no good deed.
No good deed.
Oh my God, Idina Menzel, is that you?
No, my tongue wasn't sticking out. No good. There we go. That's a reader thing. Have you ever heard her describe how angry Idina Menzel makes her? Because
No.
every time she sings, Caitlin insists that everything that Idina Menzel sings, her tongue is sticking out, and she hates it. She hates Idina Menzel.
I believe that.
Adele
for
Dazeem.
her.
Adele
Adele
Dazeem.
Dazeem.
Do you remember when that happened? And then
Oh,
John
my
Travolta
God.
tried really hard to nail names forever after that, but he kept fucking names up.
No.
Yeah, he he'd be like, "I got it, it's Ron Weasley," and he'd be like, "Right, boy," and he kept, or like he introduced, gestured towards the drag queen that he thought was Taylor Swift when he was giving Taylor Swift an award recently, something like that.
Well.
Oh yeah, no, I do remember
But Jay
that part,
Jolie
that one.
did
Jay
look a
Jolie.
lot
Yeah.
like her, so
Yeah.
literally played her.
Yeah,
in
he
it.
That
could.
did happen. Wow.
A classic. And this relates to Bad Boy in
Yeah.
no way, but Bad Boy is.
Somebody put duct tape on my fucking mouth.
No.
No,
please.
it's okay. This is
I like
is
that you
comedy
start
gold.
every story with "remember when," even though it's from a time in your life when we did not know
we were
you.
not there. We were fully
I
not
have a question.
around.
Who came to your period Pasta House party? Was it just you, your mom, and Chris?
No, I mean, I think like my grandma was there, and I'm pretty sure. I think probably like my best friend came, and
Oh, good.
and I remember when she got her first period because we were riding bikes.
I would love to start a podcast that's just your life. Every
Same.
episode is
Honestly,
one
same.
story that I dissect into great and explicit detail. Just extracting nuggets of horrifying events from your life.
My grandpa killed my hamster on accident. I came home from
Was he feeding it to a bat boy? Bringing it all around.
Segways.
Are we talking about Bat Boy anymore? Come on. What are we doing?
I feel like
It's my fault.
We have to actually pretend that this is a podcast that we know how to do. So, Maddie, man and chair Bat Boy for us, please. Why do you like the show?
I like this show because it's a bop. The whole thing is who doesn't want to rock out to this show? Also, it's insanely thoughtful and stupid and ironic and poignant, and it's a good cartoonish rockin' a sad story. Yeah, I want to adopt Edgar and love him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's so sweet.
Connor, man and share this for us.
Yeah, I also really love this show. I just really love Laurence O'Keefe as a composer.
Yes.
He's one of my favorite like modern Broadway writers out there right now. And the music is really fucking great. Like you said, every single song is a bop. And yeah, I really like the story too. And I love that they were able to fucking make an entire story, even though it needs some editing, out of a fucking like tabloid cover. That's so fucking inventive, and that's just Broadway, baby.
It's such a good idea.
It's such a good idea, and I'm like, yeah, why don't we do more weird shit like that on Broadway? That's so fun and cool. Yeah, so I really did enjoy this one, even though I kind of went into it blind, didn't really know what it was about. I really only ever heard I'll show you a thing or two before, and then so like it was really fun to kind of like discover Bat Boy this time around. Merrill, man and chair this for us.
I'm gonna be honest, I probably didn't give this the attention that it deserved.
Yeah.
None of us did.
I didn't like love it. I just was kind of like, I felt myself really not being able to pay attention or focus on the music.
Good thing you didn't read about the end before you listened to it. You really would have felt.
Yeah, absolutely.
I just was kind of like, oh, it's happening, and it sounds like musical theater in my headphones. And then I would like key into certain phrases, like plastic surgery and wigs for all of us. But I didn't. It was fine. I'm glad I listened to it, but it's not making the playlist.
That's fine.
That's fair. Not even Hold Me Bat Boy.
Not even Hold Me Bat Boy. I mean, I appreciate it for what it is, but I don't care about it.
Okay.
For me.
Don't worry, nobody did.
My family?
Nobody did. Nobody does.
But
There's barely any evidence that this show ever happened.
I do think all colleges should be doing this.
I mean, Jim Miller would love to do this because he could rewrite the entire thing.
Oh yeah, he absolutely could.
Every song.
Yeah. And it would be a different show.
But
what he would love about this is that it is a show, but he could make it a different show.
That's 100% correct about Jim Miller.
All right, tell me about how your grandpa killed your hamster.
Oh, okay. Well, the story changes all the time.
Okay.
On his side. But my I came home from Brownies, and I was in like 3rd grade. Brownies are junior Girl Scouts. Like, we haven't evolved to the next Pokemon Girl Scout.
Yes.
So I came home from Brownies, and Steve Byrne made Sharon confront me and say, Maddie, Dixie's gone. Dixie left, or something like that. And I was like, what? And they were like, Dixie got lost. And I went in the living room and I laid on the couch and I cried, but I made sure to be very theatrical about it.
Of course.
And I got a box of Kleenex and I like wadded every Kleenex up from the box and made a mountain out of them to make sure that my sadness was also
tangible.
I was also showing, not just telling.
Yeah.
So
the mark of a good actor.
Yes. So then like 3-4 years ago, my grandpa was like, that hamster, that thing is long gone. So I've heard it 2 ways. The first was the hamster was rolling around in its ball and got out, and they think that it went like behind the washer and dryer.
Okay.
The second version, more violent, that he laughs about and still brings up. I'm like, God, fuck. The hamster's in the ball, rolled down the basement stairs, bound, smashed against the wall. And just Red's brain was rattled and scrambled because it was so small.
Oh, a little scrambled egg brain.
Did your hamsters have giant balls?
I didn't have rodents in my house.
My sisters had hamsters, but I was like very, very tiny and I don't remember them.
The closest we ever got to like tiny little kid pet was hermit crabs. And we had them for 2 weeks. They all died after 2 weeks, and we buried them in a Band-Aid box.
They're such gross bugs. Do you know, I had a newt, but it exploded.
Did you microwave?
No, and I even looked on Reddit as an adult, like, what could this be?
Oh, the number one source for Newt
because
info.
listen, I came home. No, I came home one day and I went upstairs with my frozen shrimp, whatever. They ate frozen shrimp mush. Anyway, so I went upstairs and there were Newt parts. I mean, it was it exploded. It was an arm on one side of the terrarium. I mean, it was everywhere. To this day, no one knows what happened. No one understands. My Newt exploded.
I do not think newts eat shrimp.
No, they do. It's frozen. It's okay, imagine shrimp in a blender with some other shit, and then they freeze it.
What you're saying.
What's wrong with me? Ow, my brain, the memories. My Newt exploded. I also I thought it would be cool to, why am I talking? Why am I in therapy? I thought it'd be cool to like cream of wheat.
Get the hell out of my house.
Get this microphone fucking away from me. No, I thought it'd be cool to like cream of wheat. So my dad got me into cream of wheat, and then I thought,
got you into it. It's not a band.
No,
my dad used to play me cream of wheat records. Oh my god, I'm gonna die.
Oh my god,
I'm crying. Okay, if you know anything about why a newt might explode.
Well, I read on the internet that they have a kind of a vacuum system in their throats, and that if a rock got stuck in there, they could explode.
Oh no. We're not.
We can't release this.
This will be the last
for me.
episode ever of this podcast.
Mitch is mad.
Mitch is so mad.
I don't think that's true.
Well, you give me a better answer.
If you have,
I'd like to hear your explanation.
oh god,
Okay.
I'm crying.
I'm fully weeping at this point.
Oh my god,
Maddie, when did you get friends? Would you say?
When I get friends?
Yeah. When did people think it was okay to be around you?
college.
Let's see.
Okay, we have to stop this.
We can't keep dissecting that.
can't just keep-
Yeah, I'm
wheezing
sorry.
into the microphone.
I just made the last half hour therapy. But thanks for laughing.
Oh
No, it
god,
was
that was amazing.
Okay, Maddie, do you have anything to plug?
Oh, God, no. I work at a bank.
Yes, go give her your money.
Yeah.
No, I don't get any.
Connor, anything to plug?
No, as usual, you can just find me at CRelly812 across all platforms, and you'll see all of my shit that I make.
You can follow Maddie on Instagram for pictures of her dog.
Yes, I was about to say,
Yeah.
I am a dog mom. That's my identity. Woof woof.
At the Maddie Byrne, MADDIEBYRNE.
Thank you.
Why?
And you can follow me at Merrill Kaye across all platforms. You can follow this podcast at Bits Over B-Way across all platforms.
Yeah, baby.
What if I just made saying across my personality?
Stop. Don't be that person.
I'm going to.
Don't do it.
And then you can listen to this podcast anywhere: SoundCloud, Stitcher, Google Play, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Did I say SoundCloud already?
Yeah.
Probably.
Meh.
Doesn't matter. Email us, bitsoverbway@gmail.com.
Does anybody ever email you?
No, we
No.
haven't gotten a single
I'll start
email.
emailing you.
Thank you.
Thank
Please
you.
email us with those hot newt tips if you've got them.
If you have any information.
That's all. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye.
More than anything.
More than life.
More than the moon. More than the festival.
The festival.
Oh my God, I wanted to be Shelley
We
so
can't
bad.
do this. We cannot do this every episode.